So taking action on your goals and your dreams is probably one of the biggest things people struggle with. Not necessarily because they don't want to take action or because they don't have time, but most of the time it's because it's about the things that they have to do to get to their goals. It's not taking action on your goals, it's taking action on the things you have to do to get to your goals. And most of the times, those things that you have to do to get there isn't fun. Otherwise, everyone would achieve their goals and everyone would, have their dream lives. The problem is it's not fun getting there most of the times. So the truth is, if you can't find a way to get yourself to take action, you're not going to succeed. People are afraid of taking action because they have a fear of failure. They just don't like doing the things they have to do. They have to get out of their comfort zone. They have to face rejection. They may be scared of what other people think about them. And none of those things are fun. None of those things are nice to deal with. And that's exactly why people don't take action, because being comfortable is more important than getting your goals, but having to do those things most of the times for quite a while without seeing any results on your side. If you only do the things you're comfortable with, and if you only do the things that you enjoy doing, you're not going to stand out and you're not going to be able to achieve big goals. So this really held me back, especially last year, because I had a lot of things that I didn't want to do. And I took action on the things that I wanted to do, the fun things. For me personally, it wasn't bad building a website and doing niche research and learning stuff. But the things that really held me back was human interaction. I was so afraid, and it's not like I'm completely over that fear now, but I used to be terrified of human interaction, or at least selling my stuff to other people, right? It's obviously different just speaking to someone than actually having to sell a business owner something. Especially for me, I mean, I was a brand new business owner. I didn't have a clue what I was doing, and now I have to call or email people, and now I have to sit on this sales meeting and try and sell a product that I don't even know how it works really. And I have to try and convince them to give me money so that I can do it for them, although they probably have a better idea actually of how to do it. So that was a very, very scary thought for me. So sales calls, especially, and then cold calling was just something I didn't even consider in the beginning. Which I wish I changed my mindset on that earlier, and on sales calls. I told myself in the beginning, you know what, I hate sales. I don't know how to do sales, and I will never be good at sales. So I'm going to outsource sales as soon as possible. And I lived with that mindset for quite a while. And I think that was really something that held me back a lot, because even though I didn't necessarily do cold calls from the beginning, I did email outreach and DM outreach, and I did quite a lot of that. And I had some pretty good, scripts, but I subconsciously had a lot of resistance to actually meeting people on Zoom because I was terrified of that. So I didn't really go all the way to actually get those people on the meetings. I did everything to write the best email scripts, and that's an example of things that I liked doing, sitting behind my computer, writing email scripts, figuring out strategies, all of those things. But I didn't want to actually get on the sales call. And that held me back, as I said, because I didn't do everything in my power to actually make sure those people get on my meeting or get on the meeting with me so I can pitch them. So I think I lost a lot of opportunities because of that mindset. And at least after a while, I realized I can't continue having this mindset. I can't tell if I tell myself I'm going to avoid all of the things that are uncomfortable to me and that's scary to me. If I keep doing that, I'm not going to be able to reach my goals. I'm not going to be successful. I mean, no one who just stays in their comfort zone becomes successful. It's just not how it works. So I changed my mindset around that end of last year, started studying sales vigorously, and changing my mindset around that. Started to see the beauty in sales and actually how it works. Because in the beginning, I just saw it as this confrontation where this newbie that doesn't know anything about business has to pitch this, seasoned business owner a service that the newbie, or that I don't even know how to provide, and now I have to try and convince this business owner that's been doing business for how long and he's already making money. Now I have to try and convince him to give me his hard-earned money to provide a service that I've never provided to anyone before, and that I don't even know how to provide really. It was very intimidating to me. But then I obviously dug deeper into that, of course, and I started to see the beauty in sales. As I said, I started to see, well, okay, you have to first build rapport with this person, discover their pains, press into that, provide a solution, help them find, a solution for their problem, not just sit there like a robot and I can do Facebook ads for your business. I don't even know how to open Facebook, So that really helped me out over there. But I still avoided cold calling, and that was another big fear of mine. Until the end of the year, I started doing some cold calls, but I was very, very inconsistent. And in this year, I just changed my mind around that, and I started doing cold calls pretty consistently. And I just want to share with you guys a bit how I overcame that fear of confrontation, not just cold calls, not just sales calls, but just overall talking to people, making arrangements, selling stuff, negotiating, all of that, because that's just something that I didn't like doing. So first thing really, or one thing that really helped me, was to meditate upon that, because I realized I had this block inside of my mind. I was telling myself, I hate cold calls. I hate sales calls. I'm going to get rejected. People are going to yell at me. People are going to laugh at me. I'm going to get asked questions that I don't know how to answer. All of these, limiting beliefs inside of my head, which made it so much more scary. So I started to meditate upon that and just see myself actually being successful at cold calling and sales, and actually enjoying it. And I'm not going to say it made it easy, but it definitely made it easier for me, because I didn't have so much resistance, so much fear inside of me of what could potentially happen on sales calls and cold calls, right? So that's one thing. And then another thing that's really important as well is don't listen. Now, take this with a pinch of salt. Don't listen to what other people say, right? Obviously, listen to experts. They've done it, they know how to do it. But for me, one thing was or on all the videos that I watched, and just everywhere I heard 30 cold calls, 40 cold calls a day, and that was just something that I couldn't get myself to do. So it was very intimidating, and instead I decided to rather just start with 10 cold calls a day, which is something I could do. Still, it was very hard for me. I don't know why cold calling is so hard for me, but it was, and it's still. But that way I could actually do some cold calls, gain some confidence, see that it's not that terrible, and actually get myself to be more consistent with it, right? And that's what I suggest you do as well. If you struggle with cold calls, do that. Even if you have to start with 5, obviously later increase it a bit, but don't tell yourself I'm going to do 30 and then you barely do like 10, and then you feel shit because you didn't reach your goals, and you feel like, how can I not even do half of what I said? Where if you tell yourself 10 and you do 10, you're going to feel so good. So build that momentum by starting small, and then you can scale that as time goes on. Don't listen to what other people, I called 100 businesses a day. I called 50 businesses. Do what's, I don't want to say comfortable to you, but do something that you know you can attain, so that you don't have to, deal with more negative thoughts and feelings at the end of the day if you didn't reach your goals. So yeah, that's really what helped me at the end of the day. And just doing this stuff, like closing my eyes and just doing it. I know it's not easy taking action on these things, but you have to decide what is more important to you, comfort or the goals that you want to reach. Because if you want to stay comfortable, you are most certainly not going to reach some of your goals. At least some goals are small and you can stay comfortable and still reach them. But if you want to be successful, have a lot of money, have a six pack, have a good looking physique, you're going to have to do things that are not fun doing. And that's just how it is. So you're going to have to decide what is more important to you. which pain is more bearable to you? Staying the same, the pain of staying the same, or the pain of doing the things that will actually get you to where you want to go. So obviously, I'm not near where I want to get. I have so much to learn still, but I think what I just talked about can help a lot of you guys who struggle with exactly the same things, because we're basically at the same level. Okay, I've signed a few clients, but I'm not a super successful business person yet, and I also only recently made a few breakthroughs. So I really hope that what I just went over could help you guys implement this into your daily life, implement this into your specific problem. If it's going to the gym, implement it to that. Start small. If it's dieting, starts just have a look at what I told you. And specifically, I know there's a lot of people that struggle with cold calling, and that are really intimidated by that. So I really hope that this can help someone, whoever struggles with similar things. So look, I mean, stop wasting time. You don't have all of the time. I mean, I regret that I didn't start earlier. I took a year to realize that I can't avoid pain. I can't avoid uncomfortable situations if I want to succeed. And I wish I just started my year last year the same way I started this year, because then I could have been much further ahead. But I mean, that's how you learn. So I just want to tell you, stop wasting time, stop procrastinating, stop trying to avoid the things that you don't like to do. Just do it. Just do it. Figure out what you need to do to level up. Most of the times it's going to be the stuff you don't want to do. And then just set daily goals for that and stick with it. Make sure you set realistic goals. Don't, as I said, don't tell yourself I'm going to do 100 cold calls and then you can't even do 10. Set realistic goals, but then when you set those goals, stick to them, and you're going to feel so much better, and you're going to build momentum, which will help you to increase those goals. I mean, at the end of the day, once again, consistency is more important than intensity, especially in the beginning. So look, if this helped you, I would really appreciate if you can leave a like on this video and subscribe to my channel. As you can see, I'm still busy building this channel and my brand. I also have Instagram and TikTok and all of that. I would also appreciate if you can have a look at that. I'll link everything in the bio. And then, there's nothing really else. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you found some value in it. But that's all from me for now. Have a great day.